Hi, my name is Tanner Roos, Open National Trainer, and today we're going to do an activity that is inspired by yoga and mindfulness, Make Your Shape. I'm going to call it Body Shape Balances. You're not going to need any equipment for this activity. Today's activity is called Body Shape Balances. This was inspired by Make Your Shape in the Yoga and Mindfulness module, K through 2. We will flex and extend our muscles to move through static balances using different bases of support. First, find personal space inside the activity area. On the start signal, create personal balance positions that are similar to the one shown on the screen. You can be creative and modify it to fit your ability and unique personality. Our skill target will be able to demonstrate a variety of static balance positions and transfer my weight in order to flow from one position to the next with my group. We'll discuss the way that my body is moving as I create shapes and balances. Our fitness target will be to demonstrate safe behaviors while being physically active. And my personal and social responsibility target will be to discuss positive social interaction that happens when I am active with my classmates. So here's our activity, body shape balances. First, let's talk about balance. Balance is an even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain steady and upright. Steady and upright are important. If you're laying on the ground, you're not balanced because you're not upright. Our 8 different bases of support are going to be our feet, our knees, our bottom, our stomach, our back, our head, our hands, and our elbows. Some of them, like your feet, you can stand on them without needing any other bases of support. But you shouldn't go on just your head. That'd be very difficult and be very painful. You could get injured. So if you're going to use your head as a base of support, maybe use your knees as well, or your hands, your head, and your knees. We're going to make unique combinations today using different bases of support. We're also going to talk about wide body shapes. We're all going to make some of these. Can you make a wide body shape where your body parts are all spread out? Can you balance on just your knees, lean forward, and spread your arms wide? Can you stand with your 2 feet on the ground and your arms extended away from each other? Can you sit on your bottom and balance while extending your legs and arms away from each other? Come up with your own wide body shape. The next one is a narrow shape, where your body parts are thin and close together. For this narrow shape, she's standing on her hands. That's going to be very difficult for most of you. Maybe you can stand on your feet and make yourself very narrow, like you're playing hide and seek behind a tree. Can you make a narrow body shape if you were hiding behind a rock? Maybe you go on your feet, your elbows, and your hands. Make sure you keep your body parts close together. Can you think of another narrow shape that you can make? Are your body parts still close together? Would you be good at hiding behind something? The next one is a twisted shape. Twisted shape is where your body parts cross over one another. There's a lot of different ways to do a twisted shape. See how she's balancing on one foot and twisting her arms over her legs, and her legs over her legs, and her arms, well, looks very complicated. If you can't do this one, create your own twisted shape. Try another twisted shape. Have you tried twisting your arms and legs together? A round shape is where your body parts are curved or arched. There's a lot of different ways to curve or arch. These two students have curved using their back muscles or their stomach muscles, depending on what side of the body you're looking at. You can also just curve your arms by holding your arms out in a circle shape. Can you balance by making your whole body into a curved ball? Think of another way that you can arch your body. A symmetrical shape is a shape where it's the same on both sides of your body. The left side is doing the same thing as the right side. There's lots of examples in this picture. Can you make a symmetrical shape? Can you do another one on a different base of support? Now do something different with your arms. Do something different with your legs. An asymmetrical shape is where your body parts are doing different things on both sides of the body. As you see, one of his legs is up, one of them is down. One of his arms is forward, one of his arms is back. He is asymmetrical. That means different on both sides of the body. Can you make a pose that looks like you are asymmetrical or different on both sides of the body? These are a lot of fun. Can you make another interesting asymmetrical shape? How about another one? Again, these activities are inspired by our yoga and mindfulness Make Your Shape activity. In this activity, students are going to get cards that have different letters on them. So if you have cards that have letters on them, or you can make them up, put them in the middle of the room. Then you're going to run to the middle, quickly grab a letter, run back to your spot, and try to create that body shape. As you see here, this person is spelling Y-O-G-A. Once you get through all the shapes, you finish the activity. But we're going to move on to something different, so try to remember that in the future. Our next one is going to be another body shape balance where I'm going to tell you what body parts you need to put on the floor. And that is your body balance base of support. We're going to use those, and we're going to try to play a game with it. If you can balance in that position for 5 seconds, you get 1 point. If you can balance for 10 seconds or more, you get 2 points. You'll have about, I don't know, maybe 18 seconds before we rotate to the next one. Keep holding the balance as long as you can. And remember, the points don't really matter. You'll see an L for left hand, an L for left foot. You also see an R on a right hand and an R on a right foot. If you see that, that body part will stay on the ground. You see a bottom, a back, and a stomach. If you see a K, that means knee, and if you see an E, that means elbow. I think we're ready. See if you can balance with your left hand and left foot only as your base of support. See if you can balance with your left hand, right hand, and your bottom as your base of support. Feel free to keep track of points. For 5 seconds, you get 1 point. For a 10-second hold, you get 2 points. Try your left hand, left foot, right hand, right foot. Try your left hand, your right foot, and either one of your elbows. Now we're going to use our right hand and our right foot. Remember, balance means that you are being steady and upright, trying not to move, trying to stay upright. We're going to try just our stomach on the ground. You may need to grab your ankles and pull them off the floor to keep your feet from touching. This time we're going to do one knee, one elbow, and your right foot. If you can maintain 5 seconds, you get 1 point. If you can do 10 seconds, you get 2 points. Let's try left hand, right hand, and one of our knees. How about your elbow and your left foot? Now we're going to try left hand, right hand. And let's not do handstands. A suggestion might be to try to keep your hands on the ground and lift your knees in the air above them. This one's quite difficult. A little bit easier, elbow, elbow, knee, knee. Elbow, right hand, and left foot. This one is knee and your other knee. Try to remain balanced, steady, and upright. Try not to walk around. On your back, using your left hand and your right hand. Can you balance on just your right foot? How about your right foot and both hands? How about your elbow and your right foot? Can you balance on just your bottom? How about your knee, your elbow, and your left foot? Can you balance on your back and your right foot? How about one of your knees and your left hand? Can you do your left foot and both hands? Can you do both elbows and your bottom? Can you balance with just your back? Again, 1 point for 5 seconds and 2 points for 10 seconds. Now we're going to balance on just our left foot. To add a challenge, try to take your right foot and lift it a little bit higher. Here's one I think you'll all get. Try your left foot and your right foot. But to add a challenge, maybe you bend at your hips. Maybe you lean to the left. Both feet and your right hand. How about your back and your two elbows? Can you do one knee and your right hand? How about your back and your left foot? All right, you can do this later. You should have a shoe stacking challenge. Find all the shoes in your closet and see how high you can stack them. At my school, our record was 73 centimeters. That was a lot of fun. Maybe you can beat it. Standards we worked on today were contrasting the actions of curling and stretching. We worked on balancing on different bases of support. We followed directions in our group setting, making sure we had safe behaviors and we were following rules. And we're going to describe the positive social interactions that come when engaged with others in physical activity. So some things to think about. How would you perform a curl with a body part? How about a stretch? Or a twist? Or a bend? If you decide to do the letters, how did you use those movements when making your letter? And how is safety related to your movement? What is a base of support? We talked about them being 8 of them today. How does your base of support affect your balance? How is balance related to weight transfer from one base of support to another? What would you include on a list of positive social interactions during physical play? How does your personal attitude affect social interactions? How do you think a person's social interactions in a physical activity setting are related to their desire and ability to build physically active routine? Again, this was inspired by Yoga and Mindfulness, Make Your Shape. Go ahead and check that out. Thanks for checking this out. For more health and physical education resources, click on openphysed.org/active schools/active home. Thanks again for joining me.